listen, I know this is not the way that you planned for things to be, right? This isn't the way you wanted that relationship to end or this job to end. I feel like this is a relationship. But with every ending, no matter how painful it is, right? It brings you this opportunity for this beautiful new beginning, okay? For some of you guys, if you actually lost somebody, my condolences. I did come out in another read, so maybe there is people that are actually experiencing like real losses right now, and grief is so real. And I just ask if this is like a grieving, but even relationships, even when somebody you thought you were gonna spend the rest of your life with somebody, right? And then that person turned out to be a monster, okay? Your whole life changed when you had to face the truth about a certain relationship. We'll say it like that, right? But regardless, I feel like that grieving process, you need to allow yourself to go through that grieving process, whether this is a real, a physical loss, and I'm sorry again, or just this loss of this relationship, because you truly have lost part of your identity, okay? Because you identified with that being a part of that relationship. That relationship was a whole. It was 111 right there. And that isn't what you're going to be moving forward, right? So your identity has changed from what you were comfortable with it being before. I think that somebody needs to hear that, okay? And give yourself grace, because I do feel like I'm talking to somebody who's just trying to pretend it didn't happen or trying to repress it, or for some of you guys wallowing in the pain of the loss, like, I can't believe this, right? And I've been through all those stages. And here's the thing, grief cycles, you guys, right? And then there are these little cycles that within the grief, right? Like, there's like a wheel. If you guys Google it, you'll see it, okay? And the thing is, as you go through that, sometimes you go backwards. That's why there's little ones within there. And it's not necessarily going backwards. You're just going through the different levels of processing it. So I think that you just need to be really easy on yourself right now. Again, we just went through like a heavy full moon, which also ramps up people's mental energies. I think we're already in Mercury retrograde, or we're still in pre-shadow. I can't remember for sure. But again, that messes with your mental a little bit. And maybe for some of you guys, it's making you reminisce on a past relationship, 222, in a way that isn't healthy for you today. Because maybe you're idolizing that situation and you're not remembering the truth of how traumatic it really was to you, right? Because again, we're coming up on the holidays. There could be a lot of reasons of why you're reminiscing on this past connection, okay? None of them are wrong, first of all. And I feel like, I see AAA right now. First of all, I feel like, again, stop beating yourself up for having emotions, okay? You're allowed to have feelings. You have to feel those things in order, for you to heal them. We have to feel and deal and then heal, right? And not repress, okay? So give yourself that time and that space. But again, feelings are not facts, so we don't have to act on every feeling we have. Just give yourself the space to feel, to hurt, to be angry, you know what I mean? And then to get through it, because what happened to you within this connection wasn't appropriate, right? Like, for some of you guys. And you deserve happiness, okay? And you will get that happiness. Like, it's gonna happen for you. But you have to allow this ending to liberate you and bring you a happy, a new beginning, okay? You're going through a metamorphosis, okay? You're probably still feeling like you're in the ashes if this is resonating with you. And you're feeling that pain. But, like, remember that there will be a sunny day again, okay? Look, I used to explain my depression when I was like way young, because I used to be really super depressed as a kid. And I would explain it because there was a time where I couldn't see through my depression. Like, there was a time where I thought the world would be better off without me in it, right? And I would go through these deep, deep periods of depression, right? But as I got older, the way I could explain it and the way I would have to remind myself in order to get through it is, like, depression is temporary. It feels like there's this big cloud around me and I can't see through that pain, depression, whatever it is you're going through, right? But I will remind myself that it's only temporary, right? That the sun's going to come out again. And that was something that I would really have to cling to sometimes, and I would have to remember. And maybe you need to remind yourself, what have you made it through? 444, what have you made it through prior? Because I feel like you've overcame so much more than this at different times in your life. Is this a real? Yes. Is it hurtful? Yes. But you're going to overcome this and you're going to come out the other side even better. It may not feel like it today, and you may not like me even saying that, and you may not like having to say that to yourself, but it will get better, okay? And I feel like if you can start looking at this not as something that happened to you, rather than this is something that God is doing for you, okay? Because really, this is like God has liberated you from a situation. And I know that's if this is like somebody who actually passed away, my condolences, and maybe not all of this message will resonate fully for you, okay? Because I'm not trying to be, not compassionate to that, because I mean I get that it's real. And it's not something that you would have asked for, right? But maybe for some of you guys, if that is the case, you're working through different feelings about that situation in person as well. But you'll know where it fits. I feel like you understand where I'm going with this, if this is your message. If it is a relationship, I feel like some of you guys really need to hear, don't look to see if this person's moved on. Don't compare yourself to what this person has moved on with, right? Because that's a lot of times what happens because I feel like some of you guys were dealing with a narcissist that left you drained, right? That's why you're so broken. And a lot of times they just move on to a new supply. But I promise you healing is like, you don't have to respond right now, because time will always show who the problem was. Time will always show who the problem was. When you handle your shit gracefully, when you step back, when you just bow out and heal and not make it an issue anymore, because a lot of times you guys are dealing with a master manipulator who wants you to give them energy. They feed off of that, whether or not they have a new supply or not. But you comparing yourself to anything, you're not seeing the truth in a situation. You're not seeing the truth in their situation. You know what I mean? You're seeing what somebody is projecting outwards for you, trying to hurt you more. Okay, so get off social media if that part is resonating. I got Taurus, Capricorn, so heavy earth, Scorpio, and Aries. And be aware, people do try to trigger you, especially when they're unhealed, right? Because Libra, just let it go. Don't even deal with that. Because God saved you from this. I don't know. I feel like I need to repeat it over and over. God exposed this person to you. And I know you want to see them through those eyes of that love bombing initial thing that they showed you. And maybe for some of you guys, some time has passed. So you're wondering if they've changed. No, it's not that. It's not that. Aquarius. All right, you guys, you will know if this resonates and how it resonates or whatever within your life. Oh, you know what? I got a little bit of time. We're going to pull numbers too. Oop, that's too many. You guys, it's all like gloomy today. It says energy levels. The day you're waiting for will come. Maintain discipline. You are getting closer to your end goal. There's no need to overextend yourself. Guard your energy. Guard your energy. And remain focused. It will pay off. It's a climb, not an elevator ride. Trust in you, okay? Exaggeration. It literally says exaggeration and the opposite sex right here. Somebody's playing games with you. They're showing okay, if you've been looking at somebody's social media, stop. They're doing it intentionally. They're only posting to try to get at you because they're not over you. 2121 was that number. Yes, it looks. And the other card that came out with it, first thing it says is you aren't a victim of circumstances. Rather, you are a beneficiary of it. If that weren't the case, life would be pretty dull. Anyways, yes, great transformation, major changes. It says clarity, 5555. Okay, this is good. This is for you. It's not happening to you. It's happening for you. All right, y'all.